It go like what?
Wait, you see my
My what?
Why do you
My
see my dick?
Ow.
Like you see my dick, hey bitch, you playing, don't play with
Jazz
us.
was listening to the radio.
sweet baby.
Oh, that's my jam. When they came here to the Young Center, I bopped that song.
They came to the Yum Center?
Yeah, they was with the
They came
Rat
twice.
shit.
Don't front them.
Ooh, big fat.
NeNe, talk real quick. Talk your shit.
My shit.
That bitch spitting.
Oh. Put my lip on the side here.
I was meant to hurt.
What we doing this? Asking all them questions?
That's what I titled it.
This is EP 140. What?
Girl, I'm always
Lit
so,
shit.
It's a number out there. I should go count them one day.
You need to. Because it puts shit in perspective as to how long you've been doing shit.
I've been doing this since May 13, 2017. That's perspective.
It's a bit much.
May 13th?
I'm 18.
Yeah.
I'm 18.
27. That's perspective right there. 4 years. 4 years in May. I know. Okay, let me turn this on now.
This shit's gross.
So I can start.
Every liquor you drink is gross. Like, name one liquor that you've liked.
Is that
the taste
straight
of.
look? Is it my phone crooked a little bit? I feel like it's.
It is. It's like this way.
Yeah.
I feel like it is too.
My hair look real pink.
It does.
That's not gonna take it away.
It's soft.
It is. It is. Some people like that.
Okay, look, is that better? Hold on. This is new.
It is.
I don't need you to-
It was actually.
Hold on.
It's not. It is.
Is this?
It's not.
It is not. Is.
It is not. Is.
This is
Oh,
new.
why not wear my AMIRA Show
Okay,
shirt?
there we go.
Right.
Stupid.
I could have worn mine too.
I know, but you wore Western leaders.
Gotta support our school.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where my shirt. You know, I was green team every year.
Were you? I only did it once.
I've
I
only
was.
been green.
I fought for my slide because I almost
Money
didn't get it.
team. Money team.
Broke team.
It's loud. Let me share it.
Oh shit.
I didn't help move no furniture.
What
Be
happened?
like Jasmine.
Cause you fake as fuck.
I didn't move nothing. I held the door and I pushed the elevator.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to our. I'm already lit. I'm literally watching the way Jasmine's deep throwing this Jameson bottle.
I mean,
Ew.
no other way.
Huh? Welcome to our collab, Wet Wednesdays, with NeNe at Light. NeNe at Light.
Oh, Jesus, NeNe.
Now, unlike you, she actually wore her shirt. Like, you can read it.
Listen. So
saying,
that's
like,
why
it's
no
one
one should take it serious when I say it wrong. Because they can just read.
Okay.
I ain't even started my podcast thing on her yet. I'm gonna start in a second. Hold on.
Like
the video, share the video.
Share the video, like the video. Go to Facebook. Are you on actual NeNe at Night? Or
No.
are you on NeNe Lynn?
I'm NeNe Lynn. One day I'm not gonna be on either one of them.
NeNe Lynn, share the video. Post your comments. Do whatever it is that you usually do. Order some toys. www.neneatnight.com.
Don't do it right now.
Are you really going
You low. Oh, okay.
If you're going to take it. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I did, huh?
Share it to the.
Ew.
You chose to drink it.
No, I did not.
Where was I? Oh, gotta. No. Oh, it's right here. Share it to this group.
How you doing tonight?
Doing all right.
That's good.
I'm full.
From what?
I just left Olive Garden.
Ooh, Arika, what? What did y'all eat?
Look, Irika's about to pass out.
The itis. No, you need to wake the fuck up.
Hour and a half of sleep there.
Let me do one more thing.
And I stay up to all third shift. It's a lot.
Mm.
Oh, baby.
Hold the fuck up. Y'all gotta work and
Tonight?
Yep.
these bitches is crazy. They work in the jail. She kept an eye on my shit when I was in jail.
Oh, y'all work downtown?
Yeah.
Oh, well, dang. That's what's up. I'm proud of y'all.
Proud.
I would have probably got fired a long time ago.
You probably would.
It's hard to get fired. Well,
No.
it's hard to get fired. I was like, I feel like you're more likely quit than get fired.
I'm gonna say all the stories I hear, y'all gonna leave that shit beforehand.
One
There
of
you
my
go.
homies been working there for a minute.
Yeah, they ain't gonna fire you. They're just gonna threaten you a lot.
And then what?
That's it.
That's it. What, Arika?
Yeah, it
It don't even mean
What
shit.
time they gotta be at work?
11.
Oh man.
I know these crazy ass whores.
I know I squeeze you in because I like you a little bit.
Ooh. At least it's a little bit. It could be 0, but I'm appreciative, I guess.
Oh, what is this?
See, look, I feel like I gotta get back in your good graces because I did rewrite our friendship the other day.
You wasn't in shit at all. That's right. You
What's the
wasn't
proper way to ask for head? That is not one of the questions.
Hold on. Is
we can.
we going off like that?
I'll answer the question in a minute. I'll only answer your question if you share the video. No, I'm just playing. I'll answer.
She was dead ass
I did
serious.
title it asking all them questions. I haven't given any details of what that meant yet, but I got you. Give me 10 seconds. Let me introduce the show. Give me 15.
What is the proper way to ask for head? That I feel like that is in line with what our topic is today.
is.
Don't worry, we're gonna handle your question later. That's a good question. Bring us more questions.
Noted. Matter of fact, while I'm right here, let me ask the question. What are...
So yeah, while she's getting that together, we got our monthly collab, Wet Wednesday, every middle of the month because we like it in the middle. I don't know if this is the middle of the month. I think we're a week after that, but you know, that means it's behind. It means it's in the back.
All right, I was like, you like it from the back?
We like it from the back. See?
I do.
It all works out. I like it from the back. That is my favorite position. Donkey all day, every day.
Did you say doggy?
Doggy.
I thought you said donkey.
Donkey.
I mean, donkey is an ass. So
I'm gonna say that's.
I was like, it could go too.
I feel like that counts. But yes, thank you for tuning in to our collaboration.
Hold
Today's
on.
topic.
Give me 15 seconds. I'm about to reintroduce it
In
on
15
I'm
seconds.
about to introduce it on my podcast.
Asking all them
Okay.
questions.
Hold on, let me record and okay. Okay, welcome
Yes.
to another episode of NeNe and Nite.
Yes.
It is our monthly collab that we skipped last month.
Yeah.
Skipped the AMIRA Show, but Wednesdays is here.
Yes.
Sometimes stuff happens. So tonight's show, I titled "Asking All Them Questions." The reason why is because we thought it was important to figure out what questions you should ask your mate, what questions you should ask someone you're interested in dating, what type of sex questions or relationship questions should you ask these people? Because I mean, although you're not dating someone, I'm still gonna ask you some kind of sex
You
questions.
still gotta ask questions.
Because I need to know if I'm interested.
Right.
That's the part of the interest. You know what I mean?
Test driving a car in all forms.
You don't even have to fully test drive it.
Right. That's why I said in all
Yeah,
forms.
you feel
Well, it's
feel-
like before you test drive the car, you ask some questions about it.
You do,
You
yeah.
get the
Right.
specs.
You
You ask
ask-
questions first.
The only thing I wouldn't say is ask for the don't ask for the whole facts. That's the only thing.
Don't ask for the car facts.
Unless you want to answer that, unless you're prepared for the
If
answer.
you're ready
that
for
There you
it.
go. You got to be able to
If
handle
you're
it.
emotionally immature, like in terms of being able to receive that information, don't ask
Yeah,
for the
so
car
if
facts.
you're gonna ask for that, just be prepared for the answer that you are going to get.
And it's
Because
okay if you're not ready. It's okay.
I just particularly don't ask that question. I
Right.
ask for a whole.
To me,
fact.
it's none of my business.
I might, we might come across, you used to mess with that person. Oh, okay. Well, I know that person's brother or something. You know what I'm saying? I know that person. Something like that. But I'm never going to ask what your number is.
I ask, but it's not a judgmental thing. I just like to know.
You just
Well,
curious
if it's
and
something if
meddling.
it's something like that, it's different. But I think most people like to ask because a lot of them are trying to gauge, whether she's a hoe or she's a good girl. But
Yeah. See, don't do that. That's not why I ask.
and hoe
You
is
can't.
life. I mean,
You can't.
hoe
And
is
I wish
life.
we looked at it in a more positive light in terms of how experienced your partner is. How this motherfucker's about to rock your world.
Exactly.
Is how I like to
How
view
they
it.
just been out here not rocking worlds and they
That's
thought
true.
they was-
And maybe you be that Captain Save a Hoe to change a life out of this bitch. I don't know.
You never know.
You never know.
But I don't suggest asking that question unless you're ready for the answer. Like I said, I don't ask that question at all. That's not one of the important questions
It's really not important.
that I ask. But I guess, okay, so let's start with, when you're first meeting someone and you all decide to go on a date, you don't have to ask. I wouldn't say you have to ask them right on the first date, but if you want to, you can, I don't know how hard you're gonna dive into it, but what's some questions that you would ask if you on like your third date with this person and you're really feeling this person and you're thinking, you know, or whatever date you feel like it is that you're going to move forward with this person?
By the third date, if I haven't already had sex with you, I'm probably planning to have sex with you. So I need to know a few things in terms of, I think this is completely relatable to sex and your sex life. But I need to know if you live with your mama or not. So I
You
can
know how much noise you can make?
Exactly.
There you
Thank
go.
you. We on the same.
Or if you have roommates.
Or if you got to sneak
I
in,
need to
sneak
know all
out.
that shit.
Yeah.
Do you have children? Because I feel like I need to know that.
Yeah, do you have people that would
would
knock on the
Are they
door
gonna
and
knock
interrupt?
on-
interrupt? Right. I don't need that shit
Do your
either.
kids take melatonin?
There you go. Drug them babies.
Benadryl, and they drink.
I mean, those are basic, even just relationship questions. I mean, on the first date, you should be asking, I mean, hey, how many kids you have? Do you have a girlfriend, boyfriend? Are you in a relationship? I think those are important to ask, although, you know, given the situation, you would think that some people are, you know, but some people like to be in relationships and still date. I don't know.
Third date, I need to know if you about that sloppy toppy. Because I feel like in this day and age, a lot of niggas is just selfish. Like, they expect to receive, but not give necessarily. And if so, it's in a cute little manner of, I'm just going to lick the tip one time
We
and
got
then
some
keep that shit
commandments out there. They
pushing.
need to start paying attention to.
Listen, shout out to NeNe. We had a collab on the pussy commandments.
Yeah, we definitely did collab.
She put the dick commandments out, and then Sasha Renee was like, I need some pussy commandments. So we all collabed on those. Make sure y'all go check those out. They on her Facebook page and on my Insta page.
Definitely try to get it.
Thou shalt lick thy pussy. That's basically the bottom line.
So okay, so on the third date though, what is one of the first questions you're asking somebody on the first date?
First date.
What's some of the questions you're gonna ask somebody? Besides, we don't ask favorite colors anymore. I mean, like, what are some questions, you know, like, besides, you know, how many kids you have? Well, usually, if I had a conversation with you before the first date, I usually know how many kids you have by now. So let's say this is the first date, you met a person outside on the streets and they just say, hey, I want to take you out. What's some of the questions you ask?
Is it safe to even ask if they're sexually active? Because there's niggas out here who are
I mean, I guess I would say that you should gauge and see if you're actually going to be interested in the person during the date before you just say, hey, are you sexually active? I think you can tell from having a conversation with a person
if they are or not,
whether they are or not. And if you don't, I think you can.
Some niggas is active.
I think if you eventually say, okay, we might go on a second date, you can ask those type of questions. In the first 15 minutes, I mean, if you want to, depending on, you know, find out what kind of person they are. They either gonna run, or they gonna be like, well, yeah, I am sexually active. Why you trying to have sex? I mean, this can go many ways. Because guys, how would y'all feel if a girl asked you, are you sexually active in the first 10 minutes? Would you think she's just trying to fuck? Or would you think that she's just interested in you?
I think the norm is to think that. I'm not a guy. But.
I mean, I feel like, this is how I feel. I feel like if I'm going on a date with you, that means in some instance we are sexually attracted to each other, and I thought about fucking you already. That doesn't mean that we're gonna fuck, but that means that I looked at you. I said yes, we can go on a date. I thought about fucking you.
Mm-hmm. That means I was already thinking about fucking you. That's why we're on the date.
Exactly, because if I didn't think about fucking you, if I never put you in that light, then if I'm not sexually attracted to you, then I'm going on this date. Unless I'm trying to force it, I just want some free food.
Oh, well, there is that too.
That's a whole other topic.
Yeah, but
I mean, sexual attraction can be built up, but my thing is I initially see someone for what they just look like. You don't see nothing else.
Right.
You don't know if their brain is, you don't know what they think. You don't know nothing about their brain. You don't know how many kids, you don't know nothing. All you do is see a person. That's it. And the initial thing is, damn, he's cute. I would fuck this shit out of him. Maybe we can date. And then you go from there. Now, whether it happens
So you start from sex to begin with?
I mean,
and then you trickle up
like
from there? Or trickle down
now
from there?
whether the sex happens is a different story.
Right.
Because once you get to know someone, you might be like, well, shit, what the hell was I thinking? That fantasy's gone now that I know you. I would never touch you with a 10-foot pole. You know, I mean, but I guess in the first conversation, I've had some random first conversations. I can admit, first dates. I've had some random conversations. I've had some different dates. I've asked different questions, but when it comes up to what do you do for a living? Oh, I work here, but I'm also a sexpert. then there we go. It opens the door.
Well, I feel like the moment you drop that knowledge, that just opens the
opens
door for all types of
It opens the door. It
questions regarding
It kind of tells
sex.
me what kind of person I'm dealing with too, because
if they treat it as a respectful profession, or
Definitely.
if they just go into that means she's freaky in the
you tryna-
sheets and she want to fuck on site.
I mean, I am freaking issues, but that, you know what I'm saying? Depends on how you react. Yeah, the reaction tells me everything about
Right.
if I'm dealing with a mature or immature person.
Right.
Right.
Because a lot of guys are like, oh, you a sexual, you must be. I mean, yeah, but no, not with you. Wasn't, you know, like, some of their reactions are just childish as fuck. I'm just like, no, I wasn't even thinking about you like that. I was, you know, because I guess it's more of I'm looking for the reaction of, oh, well, what made you do that? Or, you know, how do you become that? You know, I'm looking for something like so you know, looking for something more of interest in the field rather than thinking I'm just going to fuck you in the field.
Right.
I mean, I might, but you know
Again, giving the profession the respect that it deserves, the fact that it's a knowledgeable profession, and it's way outside of the fact of whether you're about to just do the splits on the dick immediately type shit, which I want to learn to do so bad. Oh my God.
I don't know why, but I felt like you could.
Do the splits on the dick?
I did.
Learn how.
Listen,
Practice.
I need to work on it.
Practice makes perfect.
I'm trying to turn heads. I don't know.
Practice makes perfect.
Practice makes perfect.
Okay, so somebody said, I need to know if you're comfortable exploring your sexuality. It's a turn on knowing. I can feel comfortable with a mature man trying new things.
Yeah.
That is definitely a good question, a good thing to know, because if someone is not willing to try new things and you are, probably not a good fit.
Right.
Listen, don't turn it down completely though, because they probably haven't been introduced to said individual who will help them be comfortable
Definitely.
enough to
You have to
explore
be-
a little bit more.
But see, the
and
question,
shit.
I guess the question is, if I ask you, are you willing to? Don't
Right,
be
'cause
like,
I was
oh,
like, they have to be
no,
open.
I ain't gonna.
Yeah,
I ain't
I'm gonna
do
say
that.
if it's a nay, then
Yeah, but if you
don't
say,
even try to convince them.
Right,
Don't
but
waste
you
your
say,
time,
yeah.
sis.
Because basically, if I'm asking, are you willing to try new things? Not, hey, you feel me? Let me do this to you. But are you willing to, if we get to know each other and
Right.
stuff, are you willing to explore new things?
Right.
That's something some people are not. And if two people together are not willing to explore, then hey, don't explore.
Move it along.
Don't be Dora.
Good question.
Just go to the bedroom.
That's very important.
I think asking eventually after before you even get to you need to ask about sex drives. I think here's the thing that I have. Okay. The sex drive thing. A lot of people, I feel like, get in relationships and then they realize, damn, I got a high sex drive. My mate doesn't have a high sex drive. What the hell? I want to fuck 5 times a week. My mate wants to fuck once.
5 times a week?
Some people.
It's a little low.
I was gonna say there's nothing wrong with 5 times.
Okay, I was just, you said low.
Yeah,
Okay.
You-
See,
you-
okay, so
okay.
you see what I'm saying?
times,
Like,
like,
Perfect
it was like a-
example.
That's
Perfect
good.
example.
Because you're gonna need something. Okay, because say somebody who works third shift, for instance, you work day shift.
True.
Y'all might. The only time y'all seeing each other is when you leaving, he's coming, and then on the weekends, you know what I'm saying?
When we swapping out the house.
So you gotta be having somebody. Hey, you willing to fuck on your lunch break? You understand? Or hey, you know,
Hey, can I wake you up out of your sleep?
Yeah, can we work that out? And sometimes you can't. You know what I'm saying? But when it's time, you should always be willing to have somebody at least make that time for you.
Yeah.
But some people's sex drives are here and some are not. Which, you know, when it comes to sex drives, you gotta figure
It's
out.
important for compatibility. So
And
that
we
is a
leave
good-
that part out. You gotta figure out what's causing your sex drive not to be where it needs to be. Are you really attracted to this person? Are you attracted to their money? Sometimes it's attraction. Are you depressed? Are you going through it? Are you on birth control? You know, you gotta figure out your life. You gotta figure out if it's too much, if you're on some type of medication that's messing you up or something. But I think asking,
or if that's just how they are. Some people just sex
like
is
that.
just not.
I think you should
do
ask
it
the
for them
question though,
that.
like, hey, what is your? You can say libido, but I doubt a lot of people know what a libido. But you can ask them libido if they know.
It's like they don't know what a vagina is.
Nope. We still working on the vagina thing.
And Summer's Eve.
We're
Please
still-
stop using Summer's
We
Eve.
still. I think. Listen, but no, that's a good thing if you're going in somebody's house. If you're going to a female's
See
house.
what's in the house.
Oh, that's true. Look in their bathroom.
You should pay attention to stuff like that, even if you want to date them. If she has a bunch of Summer's Eve in her bathroom, run. Because at this point, she's masking something, or she's gonna cause herself to have something because Summer's Eve ain't it.
That ain't it, bro.
Especially if she has douche, run.
Oh, run.
Cause she probably got BV. She her pH is unbalanced. So run, like pay attention. Those are things you should pay attention. They might not be questions per se you ask, but pay attention.
Right. Don't off top ask. I mean, if you that ruthless.
How you
By all means, how
your
you
mouth
get it
is
is
reckless.
But ask those type of questions. I mean, even ask what type. You know what I'm saying? Some people are into diets. Ask them, what kind of diet. Because here's the thing, ladies do swallow cum,
and it's gonna tell what you taste like.
The cum definitely reflects your diet, and some of that shit is trifling. So you got to know what you're ready to swallow. You know, you can ask diet. You don't even have to. They don't even have to know it's a sexual question. You just ask them like that, and you might turn your nose up like.
Deep down in the back of your head, you're like, that's some gross.
Yeah, so I mean, ask questions like that. One of the most important questions you should ask them, hey, you been tested? I know a lot of us don't ask those questions, but you should. No. Don't be scared to ask them. Don't be scared to see results. Don't be scared to go on a date for the clinic. Don't be nervous. Do it. We human. Everybody, you feel me? Everybody done been there. So just go do it. Don't be scared to ask questions because half y'all don't know how to use condoms right, and y'all think condoms do everything. So y'all should go to the clinic together. I think most of y'all should.
I've learned through experience with that shit. If you got something too, you need to share it. Don't forget it.
Don't die behind it. Don't. I mean, no. Realistically, people are crazy. And people, I don't care if it's something as simple as chlamydia. Somebody might try to kill you over that.
They just might. That's a little extreme. Calm the fuck down. There's shit out there to help you.
But also as an adult, when you don't go get tested and you do get something, that's on you too, because you didn't ask no questions. You didn't go get tested with that person either, and you just wanted to hit it raw. Wear condoms if you can. If you should. Well, condoms do protect from a lot. Not everything. They protect from a lot though. Yeah, not everything. And they stop babies. Most of the time, unless they got a hole in it. Don't keep your condoms in your wallet. It's not a good place for condoms, in case y'all didn't know. It's probably why a lot of y'all was having babies so young, because y'all used to keep the condoms in the wallet.
That shit cracky and ashy.
Yeah, and condoms in the wallet. So that's a good question to ask. Hey, where do you keep your condoms?
That is a good question.
If you keep them in your wallet.
You on it tonight, bitch? Yes.
I'm just saying, if you keep your condoms in your wallet. I did. Because... But if you keep them in your wallet, it's not a good, hey, babe, don't do that. Don't keep your condom in your wallet. I wrote down a list of
what?
questions.
This bitch has a whole notebook.
I wrote down a list of questions. Man, come on now.
Turn-ons and turn-offs. That's very important.
You should definitely ask.
The way you eat your food at the table could definitely.
Hold on, before you go into this. So somebody said this. Okay, so Lavette, I actually was sitting around thinking about this. I thought about this one. She said that she asked people sexual trauma. Now, here's the thing. I really thought about that. And I think that you should only ask those questions when you're really, truly thinking you're going to really be there with someone or deep with someone. Because here's the thing. It can also be a trigger.
Right.
And I don't want it to negatively, like you on a date, y'all having a good time, and you're saying, hey, have you had any sexual trauma? Some people are not over that.
Right.
And some people, it might trigger them and...
Yeah, the person you're having the conversation with probably isn't always you're not going to get that support. Like, it's not guaranteed that you're going to get that support for that type of conversation.
Exactly, and you might not be over it yet. And here's the thing, though: if you're not over it yet, also know what you should and shouldn't be doing. As far as if you're not over it and you're still dealing with it, dating is cool, but just in that sense, you should not date to get in a relationship, because you still have to deal with something. Everybody can't deal with that part of you. Right. Because we have to all deal with that part ourselves, get through it, and then, go through. Some mates are great at helping. Don't get it twisted. Some mates are great at helping. And if you do have a sexual trauma that you have dealt with, and you do know that it is a trigger for you, that something as simple as, somebody's having sex and they call you a bitch. If that's one of your triggers, let them know. Let them know that is a trigger. Because, some people get real nasty, real down and dirty. Hey, dirty, slutty bitch. And let them know if bitch is a trigger. Or slut. Let them know if any words are triggered to you to bring that sexual trauma back up. Because you want to try to stay away from that. I think sexual trauma is good. I just think you should know who you're dealing with. And if you do think it's going to be serious, I think you should open up to people about your sexual trauma. eventually, I know a lot of us like to hold it in, keep it in.
I think you're not ready to date unless you're able to have those kind of conversations.
Unless you're able to talk about it. That's when you know that you really...
Because that's when you can advocate for yourself. And if you're just not ready yet, and then you just gonna have a fucking episode off the mention of some shit, you're not ready to advocate for yourself because you haven't healed enough and been long enough in your journey in order to accept the fact that you've been through some trauma like that.
And like I said, but those triggers still may come about. So let them
definitely
let them know about the triggers. Do that if you have been.
That's what I'm saying. Healed enough.
If you've been in an abusive relationship and your triggers are, you hear the word bitch, you ready to shoot. Let somebody know that that's not a good word for you, because I mean you may have had to shoot somebody out. You know what I'm saying? It might have been one of those words that just sent you over the edge. So be open about those type of things.
You gotta be open.
I don't really have any, none of those words too much bother me. I used to be like, hold up, call me a bitch? What you mean, bitch? What? But
I don't know if I can be called bitch in the bedroom.
When we're in the bedroom, we in a moment.
I was I can't. I don't know a word that I can't be called.
I don't really pay attention to it. We in a moment like it's nasty, so I'm not gonna stop and be like, hold up, you just called me a bitch? Get off me.
I don't think I'm gonna turn up like that, but it might be a conversation later. I don't know. Shit might be fire.
I think it has to be a certain level of sex. It can't just be no average Joe sex, and he'd be like, bitch, you're like, hold up, dog. You ain't even dicking me down.
Some vanilla missionary shit.
You
gotta dick me down.
It has to be some real deal nasty shit.
I gotta be hanging from the ceiling, and you over here whipping my ass.
Like, that's big dick.
That's right, bitch. How you like that shit, bitch?
Those big dick words.
Yeah, I'm saying that's big dick energy.
Like, there you go. You gotta know.
Call me a bitch again.
I'm a bitch. Like you can't. That's your dick energy. You can't, like she said, that's big dick energy.
Listen, I'm gonna wake up the next morning like, what the fuck? Don't get it twisted, nigga.
Listen,
that's the only time you can call me a bitch. Like, right there.
It's in the bedroom,
and you have to be putting it down like that to call me a bitch.
Even if it might be medium dick energy. If you putting it down like that. If you put it down, you know when you can say that. You know when you shouldn't say that. Because if she smack you.
Like if you pulling lazy dick energy and you call me a bitch, you getting cussed out. You getting cussed out.
You being called a bitch and you getting these hands.
It don't balance. I got balance.
We got a problem. If it's a problem. But those are things you should talk about. Like, I don't like being called a bitch.
Fellas, do not be afraid. I feel like niggas come out here, they feel like they have to sweet talk women to get them in the position they want to, which causes them to not be honest with their intentions or the style in which they have sex. And that just leads to issues later. Like, you gotta be honest and put all that shit out there. You never know. That bitch might be a freak or be willing to be,
she might be
try
to be in the bedroom. She
right.
might be, you gotta ask questions.
Tied up, hanging from the ceiling, looking like Spider-Man and shit. You just never fucking know.
Let me see.
But they are scary.
So somebody said. So I asked on Facebook, what are some important sex questions you should ask your mate or someone you're really interested in? So somebody said, do you do drugs? That's important.
That could
affect
the erection.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, well, here's the thing. You need to know whether he can't get it up, or if you're gonna be getting fucked all night.
Exactly.
Or whether his cum is gonna be too
crack
nasty
every night just to get some good dick.
If y'all having like sex multiple times, why this time he was so energetic and then the next time he's not?
Facts.
You need to know what's affecting that. You
need to know why he randomly fucking
Henny dick is different than regular dick.
That's true. That's not a drug.
High dick. I'm just saying it's different. I'm just saying alcohol. But high dick is different than non-high dick. Like, they have differences in them. Or even pussy. It's differences. Because when you're drunk,
some people's pussy when they high is a little dry.
Well, they probably need to hydrate more while they're high. Because how you get cotton mouth and stuff, they probably need to be hydrating more when they're high, drinking a lot more. But think about it, when you're drunk, you can take a lot more than when you're sober sometimes because you're drunk. And you wake up and be like, you be like, what the fuck did I do? What the hell?
Random shit is sore.
Right. Why can't...
Your earlobe sore.
What? You realize you can't walk down the steps no more. What the heck happened to
What happened to me?
What kind of position did you put me in? Those are questions you should definitely know what kind of person you're dealing with. Somebody said sexual health, which we covered that. Okay, experience. What you've done can do versus how many you've done. experience basically. So she's not saying how many, but what you've done.
So still don't ask that question. How many?
Like what type of things have you done?
Because
like,
if you're one person and you've done a lot with that one person.
Right.
I mean, you can ask me if they've been involved in orgies. They've
true.
been involved in swinging. Are they into BDSM? S&M, whichever one y'all want to call it today. Are they vanilla? You know, talk to them. Ask them if they like to be tied up and hang from the ceiling or something. I mean, you got to know these things.
I need to be hung from the ceiling. We keep talking about it.
Yeah, right. Because I'm like, you walk and you see all this shit up and you don't know what's going on.
Ask them if they like to be handcuffed. Ask them if they like to be choked. That's one of the things. You know, a lot of people have fetishes. Ask them their fetishes.
Right.
Ask them their fetishes and kinks, because a lot of women out here nowadays, even guys, a lot of women are getting choked. And the choking, not like dying. Some of them do.
Close.
Some of them like to go close. Some of them like to almost see Jesus.
See the light and shit.
But you got to know who that is. And you got to know who you're dealing with. And you got to need to study that, because
Right.
I don't want you to actually go see Jesus.
There you go.
Because you have to, that's the art. Don't, if you are into that kind of choking, don't just do that with anybody. But you know, just a simple choking, hair pull, at least that's a great way to go.
That is.
I mean, it is,
But I mean, that's whack. Don't put that on my gravestone. Bitch went out choking on the dick or some shit. I don't know.
Choked to the death while she was.
That's lame.
But you gotta know that. You know, you gotta know if they're professional BDSMers. Or if they're not.
Because they'll change your life and you won't even be ready for that shit.
Let them know, because like you didn't ask no questions and now you tied up, you got hot wax dripping down your ass.
You gotta gag your goddamn mouth.
Now you ain't never know what a gag ball was. Now it's in your mouth.
Now it's in your fucking throat.
You in all leather, you getting hit with a whip. I mean, you gotta ask these kind of questions. Because you need to know who you're dealing with.
If you walk in a playroom and you don't ask questions just off that, it's your fault, honestly. Like, you dumbass. You're not a dumbass. Maybe you're just riding it through.
I'm asking before I make it to the playroom. What you into?
Well, some women wait till they get to the playroom and then they want to be surprised later.
How clean is everything in her?
Do you clean all your toys?
Yeah.
Do you clean all your toys?
Do you clean them? Do you got some new ones for me to use that ain't open? Because I'm not using no toys you use with somebody else. Give me some new toys. Matter of fact, I got you. I'm going to bring my own.
Oh, there you go.
So we got to bring our own condoms. We got to bring our own shit.
I do not suggest. I mean, I know they do it in pornos, y'all. But I definitely do not suggest using the same toy that he used on somebody else or that she used on somebody else for yourself.
Especially if it's been in their ass. That's a real situation, y'all. Like, I suggest you just never know. So just play it safe.
Have special toys and write their names on it.
There you go.
Why'd you drink all this?
And clean them with toy cleaner.
The whole thing?
Preferably.
I feel like there was some left.
Yeah. For me.
She drank all the fucking alcohol.
Clean them with toy cleaner, preferably though. Not
Can you clean your toys with vinegar?
I don't like the word vinegar. People use vinegar. I mean, I
heard vinegar does wonders. I don't know.
I feel like people use vinegar for everything.
Yeah, especially apple cider vinegar.
Oh, you want to lose weight? Vinegar. Oh, you want to pussy fight? Vinegar. Oh, vinegar. I just feel like vinegar is like. I feel like we overuse.
It's overrated, overused.
I feel like it.
They got gummy forms of it now.
This is like a trigger word. Like,
I mean,
you seem triggered, nigga.
I just feel like I feel like vinegar's overused. Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you this. If you're gonna clean your toys with anything outside of a toy cleaner, use a non-harsh soap and water.
Dial.
That's immediately what I thought of.
Or Dove.
Oh, yeah.
Dove.
I didn't think.
Dove sensitive skin. A lot more people are not allergic to Dove. A lot of things. Dove is a lot simplistic. But a lot of people aren't allergic to Dove. Dove sensitive skin works for everything. I mean, because here's the thing. Even if you're washing your dick, Dove sensitive skin works because women. What if you don't get everything off your dick right? You feel me? Dove sensitive skin works. Any sensitive skin soap,
ask them what's up there.
But that's what.
No, wait till you get in the house.
Yeah, just look in the bathroom.
That's what I suggest. But I suggest, honestly, toy cleaner as to not break down your toys. Because you do know a lot of the toys are made of silicone. They may break down debris. You don't want none of that debris to get into your vagina or your ass. You really don't want that. The toy cleaner is specifically made to clean the toys.
Facts. Right.
So I suggest having toy cleaner. I mean, because you don't want none of your toys to break down. I suggested ask them, if you're using lube with your toys. Personally, I would say water-based because water-based
everything water-based.
Water-based is good for your vagina. I mean, don't get it twisted. People do use silicone lube, but silicone lube and silicone toys are not friends.
Mm-hmm.
So water-based saves you from everything. Plus, water-based is safer for your vagina. Don't use silicone lube or none of that. So ask them. You need to ask these type of questions. What kind of lube you use? It's okay to use lube, ladies. But when y'all going into the toy room, just bring your own toys. I have some new unwrapped, unopened, because that's just. I don't trust nobody with toys. I don't trust that you cleaned it right, that you did nothing. Why y'all sharing toys?
And they should not be offended by that shit either. They should understand the practice is just promoting health, wealth, all of that. They should. If they do get offended, just get up from the table and walk away.
Somebody said, hold on. Somebody said, ask them. Hold on. Where did the question go? Hold on. Let me see. Are they allergic to latex? That is a hell of a good question.
That is a good question.
There are other condoms besides latex, and you don't want to find out the hard way that he used a latex condom and you're allergic.
Right. And you don't want to be up in the store spending more money on condoms than you prepared for because they tell you later after you already went to go get condoms that they're like, oh, no, we can't use these.
There's such thing as lambskin. There's such thing as a lot of stuff.
Yeah, polyurethane.
That's a good question. Allergic to latex. That's
lambskin, you paying like $7 for 3 condoms. The non-latex ones, you're doing a little bit better. But that is very important.
I mean, if I start selling condoms, I can get y'all some cheap ones. But
some cheap lambskin ones?
I can get all the condoms.
I want to try lambskin ones.
Cheaper than market value, so.
That'd be dope. I'm allergic to latex.
Oh, man. I
know, it sucks. I didn't realize I was until, like, my pussy just started suffering from so many, like, issues. Like, and UTIs and yeast infections.
Yeah, that's what
Those
you
were the main
want to make
two.
sure. If you do have... Don't be afraid to ask your partner questions, especially if something, ladies, if you are having sex with your partner, don't be scared to, hey... what the hell did you do today?
Mm-hmm.
Or something, you know what I'm saying? Don't be scared to share with your partner if you are starting to feel some kind of discomforts and stuff like that. Be open to asking those questions and sharing that because
I think that is a good question. What you been up to today? Did you shower?
Yeah.
Is this a daily occurrence for you? I don't know.
I mean, you gotta ask all kinds, especially if you start getting sexually active with them. You feel me?
That's true.
So, hold on. Somebody else said, so I've heard women say sex questions are weird and they don't like them, so I'm here for comments. Okay, so more women used to be like that. Mm-hmm. More women are kind of going over because I think most women used to feel like if he's asking me sex questions, he wants to have sex with me. But like I said earlier, if he's talking to you, he's hollered at you, of course he wants to have sex with you. Now, whether he has sex with you or not is a different story.
Facts,
but of course he's sexually attracted to you. Now, you don't have to fuck them, but I think sex questions they may have been weird, but that's the whole thing of shaking up. We're trying to shake it up a little bit.
We're trying to change up this taboo.
Because you should be able to have this we ask everybody from what church they go to do they believe in God. We be all equally yoked. Everybody's all even. And then we get to this bedroom, you're like, you don't do what?
Right.
Hold up, what? I thought I had Prince Charming.
It's so weird. Because sex is such a common practice among us, but don't nobody want to fucking talk about it. And it's one of the most dangerous things that we participate in. Dangerous in terms of physically, emotionally, mentally, but nobody wants to talk about it. And a lot of the solution to a lot of our problems with sex and sex with people is communication and asking those questions and getting that clarity. It's so weird. it's just so backwards.
Communication is definitely one of the reasons that a lot of things go south. A lot of relationships go south.
They finally get to, like, they reunion years later and have a civil conversation about some shit and realize, like, oh shit, I could have just asked.
But yeah, we literally communicate everything.
Right.
We communicate everything, but we try to run from sex. We should make sex conversations normal. Yeah. Make talking, because it doesn't even have to be talking about what you're gonna do to that person, but make talking about it a normal conversation. Because it is human. It's human nature. It's animal nature. I mean,
if you being grown, if you a grown adult out here.
Your mama was having sex.
Right.
That's how you got her.
So
your daddy was fucking your mama.
It's literally a part of life.
I know you don't want to think about that, but I'm just saying. Literally your granddaddy and your grandmama was getting it in.
They was getting it in.
You gotta think about it. So sex is something that we all do. Let's stray away from it and make it normal, because we literally leave out sex. Everybody's like, oh, sex is not important. Yeah. I would say it's equally important to be
at least knowledgeable.
Well, we gotta be mentally yoked, physically yoked, and spiritually.
True.
So sex is physical.
True.
And mental. So it includes in all of that stuff. So let's quit leaving it out and have those conversations.
Right.
You do want to know these things. I'm not saying the first date, hey, baby girl, what you like to do? I'm not saying you have to ask in the first date. If it goes there, it goes there. But, like I said, just second, third date, just if you're really feeling this person, you think it's going to go somewhere, find that out. Because you don't want to get too far, and a lot of people get there and they're like, man, her head's bull. Well, shit,
it's an awkward place to be in. It's a shitty place
to be feeling somebody wholeheartedly and then find out they bull in bed or they can't suck dick.
Right.
Or they can't eat pussy. It's like.
But I think you also got to be able to say, like, what's bad about it. Like,
and a lot of people
y'all got to be willing to have that conversation.
A lot of people don't tell people.
So we can improve type shit.
Yeah, because I had a conversation with my ex because I thought I was trash. And he gave me pointers. And now I'm great.
But see, the thing about
the
thing about it is,
come back.
You got to tell them what's bull for you, because what's bull for you may not be bull for the next person.
True. That's true.
So the thing about it is, that's why when I put out those commandments, the commandment number 1, do it the way they like it. Because at the end of the day, some dudes are like, oh, no hands, and some dudes are like, shh, 2 hand twist me, what's up?
Indian burn.
Some dudes are like, I seen something. Some dude said, don't lick the vagina. Whoa, some women like the tongue fuck you. Whoa, calm down. You feel me? Like, don't tell him not to put his tongue in my vagina. Hold on. What are you talking about? I like that sometimes.
Don't speak on a general perspective, because again, the communication, that's how you learn and know your partner. Because everyone is different. They different from the last person. They different from the person you're going to be with.
The conversation comes in like, hey,
exactly.
Baby, I don't like when you do your hands like that.
Right. You're not going to know unless y'all have that conversation. So we can't be scared from that. I think that also branches into, at least with women, I don't know about men. I think men just try to be sneaky, or I don't fucking know. But with women, they're so shamed they feel shameful when it comes to their sex lives, because they're not able to advocate for themselves, or they're not empowered to advocate for themselves and what it is that they want in the bedroom. So they feel they have to settle with whatever and just get used to that and shit like that. And that sucks. You shouldn't have to do that. And you don't have to do that. And whoever ain't out here empowering you to do otherwise, fuck them. Because you are completely allowed to communicate with your partner and let them know, that's not going to work. Please don't chew on my pussy. Just lick it lightly. Or
you're being too rough, like your fingers on my clit. Whoa.
You cannot rub my clit like it's a fire. Like you're starting a fire.
Some girls like that teeth and roughness, but
they do.
I don't.
But exactly.
That's why you gotta communicate it with them.
Let them know they're not like incorrect in their general ways, but just if you want to pleasure me, which I hope you do. I hope we're on the same page here.
That's not for me.
That's not how you gonna do it. And hopefully your partner receives that well, and y'all move on with your day. But you can't be afraid of their reaction.
These are the conversations, the questions you gotta ask.
Exactly.
I mean, and here's the thing: you usually, if you are in tune with a lot of stuff, you can usually tell what someone enjoys and what someone doesn't enjoy.
Right.
You have to actually pay attention.
If you're paying attention.
Their breathing. Some people don't make noises just because your last dude was like, oh fuck. Your new dude might just moan.
Right.
Your next dude might not say nothing. He might just be grabbing the covers and sheets and bending his toes. You got
silent as hell.
His breathing might be heavy. You gotta pay attention to every partner that you're with, so you can figure out the differences. And then you can also ask questions. Hey, you like that, and don't be afraid to tell your partner, hey, I like that new thing you
But
tried.
also, don't be afraid to make requests. Like, I do feel, I mean, I wouldn't expect too much of it. It's just a request. Because if you do like something and you would like to see your partner do that as well, like if that works for you, I mean, go ahead and make that request. I love a sexually vocal man. So with one of my partners, I let him know, like, hey, like, you can let me know if you're enjoying it or not. Like, you can, it would just be nice to hear you, like, moan a little
like
bit.
to hear y'all
like,
moan, fellas.
Love that shit. Like, it's so sexy. Don't be afraid to make a request. You never know. They might really be like, okay, like, let's try. And that might help them with their sexual experience as well and their sexual growth.
You can ask that question too. Are you a moaner? Are you a screamer?
Right.
Are you, what do you do?
Get down to the nitty gritty and offer them, like, would you like to try it? This is a comfortable, safe space for both of us.
Or are you a creamer?
So don't be afraid to make requests either. They either gonna say yay or no, but they pretty sure.
Worst thing can happen is no,
right.
And just move on.
I feel like they're gonna say yes.
But you'll know. I feel like you can. I feel like some more questions you can ask. You can always ask somebody. I think it's always fun to figure out when people lost their virginity.
Nah, that is fun.
And it's not necessarily to judge. I just think it's different when you meet somebody who's like, oh, I lost my virginity when I was 12. Huh? You was 12? Oh. But
that lets me know if you have mental issues or not. Or
well, then it's also the question of, when you was 12, was she 12? Or was she like,
oh
grown?
my God,
how old was
issues.
she? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to dudes, it's always usually like, how old was she? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, because you find out a lot of guys from asking that question, babysitters, I don't know what the hell y'all was out here doing, but y'all was babysitting and fucking the kids. I don't understand what y'all was fucking the kids. And but a lot of, and they let you know, because here's the thing too, when it comes to that lets you know a lot of guys don't feel like they were sexually abused.
Right.
A lot of them were.
Right.
They were if they was in that situation, period. But they also, it affects them sometimes blindly. They don't realize it's affecting them, but it'll make a lot more sense for a lot of stuff for you. It'll definitely put things into perspective for you.
That's true.
Somebody.
You not wrong there.
Somebody said, "What's your safe word?"
Oh, good question.
That was a good question.
Jasmine's about to head out. You a bitch.
That was definitely a good question.
Turn my mic up. I can't even respond.
Yeah, your mic is off. Back to the question.
What is your safe word? Because that is important, especially if you all are in a certain kinks. All right, and if I say no, stop. Like if I'm like like
some people don't take that serious.
Because some people know, don't stop. Some people hear no and stop, and they keep going because some women are used to that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to let people know when I say no, stop. That means stop it. That means don't keep going. Bye.
My stop is keep going.
You're good.
But yeah, that's what that means. But that means you gotta let people. You gotta let people know that what that means exactly.
That's a good question. I mean, I think it's a fun question too.
I mean, some people say no, and we're playfully saying no. I mean, I let them know. Some people also, you have to let them know a good question. You know how some people always ask the question of if your mate wants to have sex, are you gonna just give it to him at any time? Mm-hmm. That's a good thing to know what kind of mate you're dealing with because here's the thing, you're not obligated to give your mate sex every time they ask.
No, you're not.
But some people are willing to give their mate sex every time they ask.
Every single time.
So that's the difference. You have to know what kind of person you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So you'll know, so you'll be prepared. Mm-hmm. Because you might be dealing with somebody who don't touch me, don't wake me up. So you need to know what kind of people you're doing.
Facts. Don't wake me up out of my sleep. Don't do this
So
shit.
you definitely have to ask those kind of questions. Some of the other questions I have is we already went over kink. Okay, sexting. Are you into sexting or not? Like, do you like to be freaky? Are you into spontaneous sex? Like
spontaneous sex, nudes.
How spontaneous are you willing to get?
Yes, I'm a huge nudes girl, and I've had to ask a couple of partners like, is it cool if I, do you want these or I don't know?
I mean, you should know your partner. I mean, once you're in a relationship, I'm gonna send him nudes,
right?
But you gotta
I want to send nudes, but some people find that offensive.
Some people aren't ready, especially if you're not in a relationship.
Right, exactly. And I send nudes to anyone. Like,
guys,
we not be in a relationship.
Definitely, when y'all send dick pics, definitely. unwarranted. Everybody don't like that shit.
That's, honestly, I don't like dick pics for the fact that there's no creativity into it. It's just like
girls like cum shot videos.
Something right? Mix it up a little bit.
But ask her first before you just send her a cum shot video. Unless y'all in a relationship and this type of shit y'all do, that's different. If you already have that, you know what I'm saying? Because she knows to have her phone and hold up.
Facts.
So I mean, ask those kind of questions because you need to know what kind of people you're dealing with again. We already went over. Ask them their fantasies.
Mm-hmm.
What's your ultimate?
You can plan. That's information that you can utilize later for like surprise gifts,
are they into
holidays, birthdays,
cosplay or no? Because if they're into cosplay, you all can have some fun cosplay.
Hell
times. Yeah! You definitely can dress up, meet each other at a hotel room.
One of these days, I want to be like, how the table with food on you and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ask them if they like food. And when I say food, I don't mean food.
My partners all fucking like food.
I don't mean
need
food
to do this
in
shit.
the vagina.
No.
I mean food on
Eat
top
it
of
off
the
my
body.
titty or something.
Not in the vagina. Don't put anything in the vagina. Please
don't do all that.
I would say a lot of people, how the women dresses her vulva with Skittles. Something as simple as that. Make it something that can't get into your vagina.
Right.
Because we don't want yeast infection. Heaven, do not do that. But ask them if they like food, so you can know. All these things lead up to also being able to do something special for them without them knowing. Cause
exactly. You gathering information.
You know if they like lingerie. Because here's the thing. We women love to dress up and look good in lingerie. Lingerie is, a lot of times, it's for us. It's not per se for them. Because guys like the visual. But the visual only lasts for...
I must say, they're taking that shit right off.
This long for them. Unless, unless it's a party or something. But the visual literally lasts this long for them.
Right.
So you got to kind of know what kind of person you are. Like, I'm not going to go out and buy a bunch of lingerie for my men. I'm naked, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? But I do the lingerie every once in a while just as an element of surprise. But I know...
That's interesting you missed that.
I know who I'm dating.
Right.
So
you got to know, definitely. You don't want to waste your money.
The lingerie's not going to make a difference. I can just show up to the door naked and he's fine.
Right. I'm not a big lingerie fan. The people I've been involved with ain't never requested. If they do request it, I'll do whatever.
But a lot of times, it's, like I said, lingerie is mostly for you.
Right.
As a person, because women like to look sexy. Women like to look good, take pictures, make yourself feel good.
Money yet.
You know what?
I just haven't brought myself to want to spend that money yet. Good lingerie is a little grip.
Nope. You need sensual bliss. Sensual Bliss lingerie is
Listen
not
to
expensive.
the shameless plug.
Sensual Bliss lingerie is not expensive. It's not even a little bit expensive. You are playing.
Not even a little bit.
You are playing.
I'm gonna hit you up for some garter belts. I love anything for my legs.
She got all sizes, all kind of lingerie, and it is inexpensive. You are tripping. It is not, and it's quality. It fits, it stretches right, it don't...
I need to hit up my bitch is what I'm hearing.
Sensual Bliss got
Give me some garter belts and shit. That's all I want, shit to accentuate my legs.
She's gonna be in a fashion show. The Vibe fashion show's coming up.
Oh, and if you need models, hit a bitch up.
Her and Juice Box is gonna be another lingerie. They're both gonna be in the Vibe fashion show. With Davin. I'm just plugging everybody.
Yes.
Y'all look out for that Vibe fashion show. That's usually a dope show, so.
Oh, I'm excited for that. Who's attending? The AMIRA Show. We'll see you there.
Look, you gonna hit them up. Look, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. But
if you need models, let me know.
It's really a dope show. But yeah, Tiffany's lingerie, Central Bliss Bedroom. She does the Bedroom Bliss. That's the show I recently, I helped them host that or whatever. If y'all,
when you was fire as fuck on that camera,
the movie is gonna be out. Get your tickets, $10 tickets right now. Get your tickets. You can come to premiere. You can pay to stream online if you want to. It's gonna be a dope movie.
People who are only morning sex people, and there's some people who are late night sex people.
And the differences don't necessarily make it bad.
No,
because sometimes you can live without that. If there's something you absolutely can't live without, that's different. But when it comes to sex, if we do a missionary lie, I'm like, damn, can I get a doggy a little bit?
Right,
you know what I'm
saying?
So we need to figure out. If you just have your go-to position, if you're more comfortable in a certain position. So we have to have those questions.
That could be fun with, like, what's your favorite position?
And definitely ask what your favorite position is, what you, you draw cards, say, the sex position cards, draw cards, say, hey, have you ever tried this position, ask those kind of questions, because, some stuff you can live without. Some stuff you can't. That's true. So you should definitely figure that out. One of the ones I have on here, and we're actually going to do a full show on this later on next month. But ask them about anal play.
Yes.
All women,
Very important.
All women are not getting fucked in the ass.
No.
All men don't want you to touch their ass.
Yes.
And because you might get smacked a couple times.
Just a few times.
On both sides. And some girls will smack you a couple times too. So find out if your partner's into that.
Yeah.
Find out if your partner's willing to try.
I'm excited for that. Yeah,
we're gonna talk.
Episode.
We're gonna do
go
a full
in depth
episode on that. But
yes.
yeah, you definitely have to ask them. If they're willing to try toys in the bedroom, because we talked about toys. But ask them if they're willing to try. If they don't have, if they never.
Because there's some people out here who really just don't like toys.
I think a lot of guys who don't like toys. Even some women have never tried toys either. So don't get it twisted.
I'm not a big toy person. I like the toys, but I'm not a huge toy person.
I like them. I think they're more fun with a partner because we can try them different ways. But I think one of the things, the misconceptions that a lot of guys have is that when you're bringing a toy in, not a bullet, you're bringing a dick in. They don't realize that this little bitty bullet don't even look like a dick. Like that's so toys that came so many ways. They look like lipsticks and stuff now. So
right. Rings and shit, looking like a ring pop.
I got vibrating panties that come with a ring instead of a ring remote control instead of a regular remote. So you can put it on your finger, be walking around, So ask them if they're into toys, or if they're willing to try. So figure out if they're willing to try new things. Figure all of that out. I mean, these are important questions to ask. You'll know what phases. I mean, I'm not gonna say, hey, you want to try anal on the first date.
No.
That's more so if we that's more so. A lot of the questions.
That's maybe after the first time we go through it.
Yeah, a lot of questions I'm willing to ask before we have sex, but some of them you can wait till after sex.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's that test drive.
Yeah, you'll figure out.
You fill them out from there, and then you go from there.
Now you're asking real questions. Hey, you ever tried this, and that? So you'll know whether or not what you want to proceed with.
You might end up with a situation where somebody's coming quick or whatnot. That's cool. Ask them, have you tried X, Y, and Z? Cock rings, man kegels. Sometimes you gotta hop in the bed first, figure it out, and then go from there.
If they do kegels, a lot of fellas don't do kegels.
That's true.
Y'all can't.
And
I
think they don't even know they.
No, y'all can do kegels.
No. They can do kegels.
Y'all can do. Listen, I literally in class. I mean, just sitting in class, just learn a lot of stuff. Y'all do dick stretches. There's a lot of stuff y'all can do.
I did not know about dick stretches.
Listen, I mean, I knew about them, but just studying it, you looking, I'm like,
it's a whole process.
Just different things, because and just knowing, like I said. Jacking off is common, and it's actually make sure jacking off and masturbating and having orgasm actually make sure there's oxygen flow going to that dick.
Right.
It's common. You can ask them if they're into porn. Ask them, do you jack off every day? You're into porn. How do you jack? Ask questions. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Or you can just,
especially if it pertains to you. Like you need to know these things, and if there are things that you're interested in, or if these are going to affect you in any certain way, like you might not ask all the questions off top, but whatever questions that you do have, or whatever sparks whatever questions that have to do with you and your immediate sex life, it's important to ask that shit. Like if you know for a fact that you definitely like to watch your porn with your partners and shit like that, it's important to know if they're even into porn in that manner, and then what type of porn that they're into.
What kind of porn they're into.
Exactly. That's very important. Y'all gonna be sitting there looking salty because one nigga likes ebony and the other bitch likes interracial. I don't know.
Definitely find out. Ask. Sometimes in some of the stuff, I'm not gonna say you have to just sit down and be like, hey, you like porn? Do you like? I'm not saying drill them. Some stuff comes naturally. Some stuff you'll just find out as you go. Right. Ask the questions that are important to you for your relationship, for you to date. Ask those questions that are important to you for you to know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Triggers and stuff could be something that you could ask. Okay, do you have any triggers? Right. Which may not be necessarily asking them their trauma, but it's asking them about their triggers, which can also. They may open up to you, because some people don't open up to you about trauma until they trust you a little bit more. Because although they're comfortable with their trauma, they don't want everybody to know. So sometimes, just little things like that. But just ask them things that are important. You make a list that's important to you, for you to date someone. Right. What's important to you for you to. Because everything that's important to somebody else is not going to be important to everybody.
Not at all.
So you have to figure out, hey, my 5 top things I really want to know on every date. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're out here really dating. Get those questions out. Get that list. It doesn't have to necessarily be sex. Get your sexes. Get your regular list. Because you might, some people ask long-term goals. Some people ask short-term goals. Right. Some people ask how many jobs you've had. Some people just want to know what industry you in. Just figure out those questions that you want to ask. write them down. You know, remember, because writing down sometimes just gives you a better perspective and you remember more. But just ask what's important to you.
Be patient too. This is not something for you to just rush into or 21 questions go.
1, 2, 3.
Right. Some people just aren't going to be that comfortable as you are, or vice versa.
You can always make it a game.
Right.
While
That's
you're chilling,
fine.
sometimes you can always make the questions a game. It doesn't necessarily just have to be hey, blah blah blah. You can always make it.
It can be fun. You collecting information, but you're not. You just
definitely the game
shaking it up a little bit.
Make it fun. You can do drawing cards. Make it a shot game.
Yeah, y'all know Amazon or just these stores or whatever. They have games, these sex stores. They got the
NeNe.
the dice and shit.
Whoa, NeNe.
Oh, there we go.
You're actually doing me.
There we go.
NeNe got dice. NeNe got cards. NeNe can get whatever you want. I got you.
My bitch got it all.
I got you. Don't
so that's twice now. That's twice now. I did not recognize my bitch for the lingerie.
Don't you sell stuff though?
And I do, but I have not promoted shit. Don't worry, that's because I'm getting on it.
She got sweetest day bundles out and everything. I see all kinds of stuff. She got cards and everything. Man, you tripping. She's tripping. But yeah, hit us up. I mean, anything. And like I said, if I don't got it, listen, right now, when it comes to the toys, my toys is dwindling. They here and there because I made these boxes and they keep selling. But I was at, like I said, when I was at the doing the movie Central Bliss. I was like a kid in the candy store looking at her toys. I was like, oh shit. She got edible.
This bitch was on a retreat learning.
She has
conference.
She has edible massage oils. She has dice. She has different dice than I have. She has cards. She has the most prettiest floggers. So if you need some BDSM stuff, she definitely has. I don't really carry a lot of BDSM because my clientele is not really all into it. I can get it for you, but right now, there's no point in me ordering BDSM when Central Bliss has all your BDSM you need. She has it. She has it. There's no point in me ordering when she has it. See, networking. She has whips. I seen some paddles. Like I said, the flogger was beautiful. The flogger was gorgeous. It was a blinged out flogger. So,
y'all not ready for that. I'm sorry.
Different vibrating stuff. So just know. So she has some stuff. So if y'all need some stuff, hit us up. We got y'all.
Y'all not ready for that flogger shit.
No, but ask people stay into it. But yeah, so we're gonna wrap this episode up. But remember, ask questions. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. It's all communication.
That's all it is. That's it. That's all. Ask the questions. Don't be afraid of the questions.
Asking all them questions.
And make sure y'all check us out. If you're on Facebook, you can check out the video. Or you can also check me out on, I'm on my podcast, NeNe right now. It's on Apple Podcasts. It's on Google Podcasts. It's on Spotify. It's on Anchor. Check it out. Get there. Because soon, I'm going to be full-blown podcast.
Are you really?
Yes.
Whatever, bitch.
Facebook hates me a little bit, so I'm full-blown going podcast.
Well, bitch, have you been in Facebook jail recently?
I'm scared, so I've been soon I'm going to be full-blown podcast. I'm going to stream from my website only. So I'm going to do the streaming from my website
That's cool.
only. So I'm going to be full-blown either the podcast or streaming from the website. But it's going to be off Facebook, if that makes sense. I'll share it to Facebook. But it's not gonna be my main source.
Well, that means y'all bitches need to get on it and go to www.neneatnight.com. You feel me?
Hoe bags coming soon too, y'all. I got some hoe bags coming.
I'm sorry, hoe bags.
I got some hoe bags coming. Yeah, I'll keep y'all updated when I start. Yep, I got some hoe. Yep, don't worry about it. I'll show y'all when it comes.
I'm excited for that. Make sure y'all hit up NeNe at Night. Get all your toys. Get all of your games and shit.
Hit up the AMIRA Show.
You know what I'm saying? Get all your bullshit. Your nudes.
I'm not fooling with you. I'm about to stop this. I'm going to post this one real quick.
It's all love, y'all. Have a good night. And reach out to that bitch for that bullet that shakes the whole table. I ain't got time for that shit at all. Good night. Listen, so when the fuck you start selling lingerie?
I don't sell lingerie. I said Tiffany sells lingerie.
Oh, got you. Essential.
Turn it off. Turn my lab off.
What?
I was telling somebody turn the lab off. But no, I don't.
Sheesh.
Central Bliss is Tiffany's thing. I don't sell lingerie.
Lingerie is for the birds.
You said for the we touched that.
Well, that's what I said.
The niggas is just like the visual for it is brief.
But I know who I'm dealing with, and he don't really care for the lingerie thing. So I don't have to, go out and buy no lingerie for it because he don't care for it. So if he don't care for it, what's the point of, you know what I'm saying? Unless I just want to take a picture in lingerie that day.